A lot of people create videos that almost nobody actually ends up finishing watching, so it makes sense to be very efficient in the creation process. So what if you could just film, upload, and be done, and still look cinematic in just a few minutes? Well, good thing you're watching this video because I'm going to show you how. Now, I've been using a process that makes this really easy to be able to shoot high quality cinematic looking things with just my phone. I've found a workflow that works extremely fast. I use the Blackmagic Camera Apps, and the reason I do is so I can have full control of the resolution, bitrate, color, whatever. And I use this workflow so I can quickly create and never have to touch a laptop. This video I'm going to break down how to film and upload lightning fast professional videos straight to YouTube or TikTok, whatever, in only a matter of minutes. And I'm going to talk about why editing less is better. The reason why I like the Blackmagic Camera App so much is because you have so much control, and the control gives you the options and do whatever you want to do. And with these settings, you get to set the resolution to whatever you want. And with the settings that I have, it keeps it low data, so you're not wasting all of this memory. It looks cinematic, and it doesn't shuffle all of the YouTube stuff in with the rest of your camera roll and photos.
So here's the technical section that you only have to really do once, but if you understand it, you can tweak it to your taste. And these are the settings that I recommend to make your life a lot easier. First thing we want to do is go into the settings. The first one we want to change is the codec. We want to go in, choose H.265. The other ones are just not that compressed. So these two, H.264 and H.265, are what I recommend. The difference between them is marginal, but H.265 will be a smaller file. Now, this is important. The bit rate I have at medium. This is a significantly lower file size to upload. I could even recommend low, and I've been experimenting it at times for low. It's up to you to do medium or low. I do not recommend the high and max for this workflow. Next is resolution. If you're doing YouTube, I recommend 4K. If you're just doing social media such as TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, they don't actually play back anything higher than HD. So you would do HD, and that would be a significant file size change and faster upload speed. For me, I'm going to keep it at 4K.
Side tangent on 4K for YouTube. I think it's really important to have 4K resolution when you're making YouTube for one particular reason. YouTube is evergreen. It's not social media. It's not going to be gone in 24 hours. All of that stuff, HD, it doesn't matter really. There's more important things. It's about getting the message, being heard, so on. But YouTube is going to build your brand. YouTube's going to build your authority. And then not only just today, but years into the future, videos will pop up from you if you keep making YouTube way into the future. And you want to be able to be up to the current standards. Now, people who watch YouTube, a lot of them have higher standards for their video quality. That's why they're on YouTube, not on TikTok. And the 4K format resolution, that is something that the best creators do. The ones who are saying, hi, I'm the leader in this niche, they're shooting at 4K. If you're not shooting at 4K, sure, you can get by, but in 7 years, you think HD is going to be acceptable when people go back to your catalog and want to look at your brand and see that? And then you'll be like, oh, do I delete those videos or whatever? Just do 4K now.
When we look at color space, I'm just going to do Rec 709. I turned on enable vertical video so that I can do social media videos. I do have volume button trigger to record. It's just nice to be able to press that. I did turn off mirror front-facing camera because it would actually bake in the mirroring, and I want it to be normal. So when I just film, I just want it to look like it's seeing it and then upload it how it is. If you use a microphone, you get to choose the microphone in this area, which is really great and one of the standout features for this app. The iPhone microphone is really the actual phone's microphone if you wanted to choose specific ones. Audio format, I use AAC for file size. Now I keep audio monitoring on because I hate re-recording because I didn't have audio. In the LUTs manager, this is where you get to turn on and off the LUTs that are built into the Blackmagic app, and you can enable your imported LUTs. This is my LUT that I sell. I'll link that below if you're interested in getting that. Otherwise, I believe Vivid is one of the best natural ones that's built in. If you want that cinematic look, I recommend mine because it's built for this app and shooting without the S-Log format and all of that business.
So important thing to note is I have a LUT on right now. It's the nature one. Turn it on. See, the C is kind of green. Off, it's blue, it's green. Now I'm gonna hit record and you'll see it actually shuts off. See that? So a thing to note is when it's recording, it looks like just nothing is happening, and then I hit stop, right? And I'll go to media and I hit this. It's in there. That's that bake to clip or record LUT to clip. It does do it, but it is good to know that what's going on. Why did it change? Like if I do day to night, same thing. I hit record and it's off.
If you have a tripod like this where it has a remote, you would think that that's what this is, but it's not. You can leave that off and the remotes will hit record. Now quickly, let's go over the actual camera settings. This is the stabilization. I just keep it on cinematic. Standard and cinematic are kind of the same. LUT, this is where that LUT is on. If you want to move this, it changes the different ones. So here's that vivid. I think it's really nice too. And then here's mine, which is built for, again, this kind of picture that this camera does. This is the actual lenses, right? So it can change the lenses. This is exposure compensation, where you can change how bright or dark it is. I like it about like -1, -2, or 1.2. This is the like focus. I just leave it on auto. This one brings up all of the display things, such as zebras, where things get clipped in the visual, like it just burns out. This that you see here, that's like my crop markers. You can have different ones and cycle through them. Right now it's kind of aiming towards YouTube, so I have 2:1, so when I rotate it, it just helps me. But for you, most likely you'll turn it off and keep it off is what I recommend. Now this is a good marker for TikTok. At 66%, and I turn that down, it gives this box where you could figure there's like the titles and so on. I think 66% is good, and you could leave that on, just make sure that things get in there. And this is false colors, where if you look here, you look at like a little bit of a peachness. That is going to be where your skin wants to be. If you go to exposure compensation, you can kind of see what's more cinematic. That little peach there, so -1.4 for this particular thing. Go back to that false colors, you can turn it off. And now I know that this is going to be the cinematic color grading for this. It's not important, but if you are interested in getting really beautiful skin tones, you would go into the false colors, turn it on, and change your exposure to dial. And that is it for the settings. Once you set it up, it's going to remember the settings and you shouldn't ever have to change it. Now, I have an iPhone 14 Pro. That means I don't have the new voice cancellation isolation stuff because that's a iPhone 16 upgrade. Now, this is proof that Apple limits you in a lot of ways. Now, with this app, you can actually access that even with an older model. Now, all you have to do is when you have the app open, you can swipe from the top and you have this saying it's running. If you tap the controls, you can now change from automatic standard to voice isolation. I don't know why wide spectrum doesn't work for me, but I can now choose accordingly. Another thing I like to do is have that app as the shortcut down here so I don't have to hunt for it. This is the standard normal audio, and as you can hear, I'm walking on very crunchy rocks and it's windy. You might hear that, and maybe my audio probably is a little bit illegible because of it. Now this is with the voice isolation mode on. Again, I'm on the iPhone 14 Pro, which does not have this feature. This is one of those newer ones. I think it was the 16 Pro that got that special thing. I think you can only do it post on the newer ones too. I'm not certain, but I don't know any other app that allows you to do voice isolation with your recording. And here's one of the best things is you can go to the media panel and upload straight to your platform of choice without having all of the save videos, exports, and so on. And it's completely baked in. Everything is looking super tight. So what do you do after you've filmed anyways? Well, you can just go to the media tab, click the movie you have itself, and on the top there's a share button. This is where you would save it to your photo roll, and share it to say TikTok, whatever, straight. I'm gonna do YouTube, and then it opens YouTube, puts it in, I just hit next. And sometimes I've noticed this bug where it flips it upside down, but then after the upload, it's totally fine. So I just title it and I'll just V01.
And what I've done is create a text replacement for the channel description, because the auto upload from the app doesn't work like if you uploaded from the computer. And this way you can just quickly put in the description, have all your links, and title it, and you're good to go.
So let's say I hit text replacement, I start a new one, and say I want to replace this. I always start with exclamation point so that I know it's going to be a special replacement. And I'll say 876. And every time I type in this, it's going to get replaced with, I don't know, YouTube, link, whatever it is that I want it to replace with. All of the stuff I just pasted in there and I hit save. Now, whenever I type 876, it's going to give me the option to replace that text with whatever I wanted it to. It's a quick, easy thing. So this is all the stuff I normally have it replaced with for my shortcut. So visibility, I like to go to public. So after it's done uploading, it's ready to be viewed by everybody. And I just hit upload. And it's just going to start processing the video to upload it.
Before I started doing this, I'd end up in a timeline editing for hours. And even if it was just importing footage, throwing like a logo on it or something like that, then exporting and uploading and then typing in the description, just that alone is time consuming. It's time consuming not just in the actual task, but the sitting down to do it. This process is fully on the go. You can do it and then throw it in your pocket and it'll do itself, versus anytime you're on a laptop, it's going to take the time that you're on the laptop. And here's the thing, once you start looking at creators that are doing this right now, like Hamza, old Sam Ovens videos, Ali Abdal videos like from way back, they just hit record and talk. And yes, granted, they're great speakers, but that is the skill that you want to get good at above all editing and production. Raw, human, and connectable beats out polished and cold any day. In the end, it is about clarity, but if you just have one thing to focus on, which is your message, you're bound to be more clear in your message if you just hyper-focus on the message itself and not worry about so much as how you package it. Here's the best way to look at it, is you're not trying to be a YouTuber, being entertaining and have perfection. What you want to do is be a communicator for your business and at speed. And this separation of roles and the angle that you approach it at is going to be a night and day difference. You're going to feel a lot better, and it's going to be a lot easier if you look at yourself as a communicator, not a YouTuber. If you want to keep obsessing over perfect lightings and transitions, you're going to post one video every once in a while other people post about 30, and the algorithm isn't going to reward perfection. It's going to reward momentum and exposure. I highly encourage you to do this. It's really, really easy. And if you do, please send it to me. I want to see your work. And if you're looking for more personalized help on your brand strategy, content strategy, and your systems to scale, please reach out. Let's talk. I can help you with your business. It's just, you got to stop making your videos perfect and start making them real. Make them connect. And the fastest way to do that is just hit record, upload, and share. Peace.